Sick. Hey, Ruff, how are you today? Come on up. Let's see. Please ping your friends in so we can start the week properly. We can hear you. Fantastic. Thank you, Fox Pup 101. So, let's do this. I'm going to ping some people in. Please ping people in. Let's start the conversation with successes for the week, what we need to do to become successful this week. Sunday's a great time to go through your calendar and figure out what you need to do the week so that on Monday you can hit the ground running. And so I wanted to first, oh, I just pinged 10K again. Sorry about that, 10K. So I'm pinging some people into the room. And hey, sorry about that, 10K. I pinged you by accident, brother.
Summon me again.
Yeah. Sorry about that, brother.
So,
I won't do it again. So, ping your friends and let's see how we can help today on Sunday to get prepared for the week. Raise your hand if you want to come up on the stage. I'm doing a couple things here. I'm also running some comps on my one of my personal properties to see what I can get for it. So if you're on any of my feeds, you'll be seeing me doing some comps in the background here. You got to multitask sometimes. Let me see. Let's see, go to share. Hi, Valley. You want to come up? Introduce yourself. Let me know where you're at in the real estate process and what are you doing to prepare for the week. Coming up. Let's see. I gotta open my windows and let's see. Oh, somebody wants to come up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Coming up, Valley.
Well, hey Sam, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. About to run in the grocery store, but I saw the room, so I said, "Well, I'll pop in and see what you're talking about."
Thank you so much. Yeah, we are talking about getting started properly for the week. You want to introduce yourself, where you're at, and where you're at with your license, and if you're seasoned, let us know how do you start the week off properly.
Um, okay, yes, I'm seasoned. I'm a licensed agent. I'm here in Dallas, the DFW market, and uh, I love everything real estate, buyers, sellers, investors. So I'm a solo agent thinking about starting a team next year, where I'm actually working on my broker's license, but thinking about starting a team. I'm a little split on that still, but anyway, so I'm a top producer. I do very well, so I'm feel blessed and thankful for that. And how I start my week off. Every day, it's, just a week, but so for the week, I've already mapped out. Every Sunday, I map out for the whole week things that are not my regular routine besides lead generating, and then I have several mentees that I work with, and my I'm not a big cold caller, so I guess because I run I have a lead generation system that I have, so it works pretty well. So I'm always following up on that. But I'm a taskmaster, so that's personally and in my business. So I keep a calendar. I live by my calendar, and if it's not on my calendar, every now and then I'll squeeze it in there. But I've learned over time that things are not productive for me if it's not on my calendar, because I get off task, and you find yourself super busy, but super
Hi,
busy
Abby.
really not accomplishing or getting things done. So if it's not on my calendar, it's probably not going to happen that day. But that's how I do it, and it works for me. So And I love new agents. New agents is fun. And I'll land my plane, as they say, in these clubhouse streets. Is, if I could give any advice to any agent, it would just be having a system. Even when you don't have a client, is work on your systems, because when you do that later in the game, it's harder to me, because you're trying to put it in place. You're trying to find the right CRM. You're trying to figure this out. And now you're getting busy and busier when you're really not that busy in the beginning. It's a great time to that's a great place to spend your time, is building systems. And then it just becomes a machine, right? Because you don't want to beat hitting the grind every day. It's brutal. So anyway, Sam, that's me. And nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you too. I have to tell you something. I got a really cool tool that you're gonna like. Go to silversolutionsleads.com. silversolutionsleads.com. This is a program. Make sure when you do enter that website that you turn down your volume, because we're working on a glitch on that website. All the explanation videos boost up at the same time, and we're working on that. We're trying to get that taken care of this week. So that way, when I share it at eXpCon this week, that no one gets blown out of the water as they open up their screen. So, are you heading to eXpCon this week?
I will not. I'm not part of eXp. I mean, I know quite a couple of good friends that are over at eXp, and I know some really great people that are over at eXp. But I did attend the event that was here in Dallas. What was that? 2 months ago, maybe? With Tony Robbins. Was that 2 months ago? God, time is flying, boy. I tell you.
Absolutely.
Yes, which was a great event.
Yeah, it's open for people that aren't eXp as well. But you have your week plan. I love what you said about if it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist. And what my mentor always tells me is when you erase something on your calendar, you replace it. So if you don't have the time to say go and do some networking or anything that's a dollar productive activity in the morning, if you don't have that time, you have to replace it in the afternoon to so that you get it completed during the day.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, my coach, she does this thing called like skin in the game. So every day, you get on a call and you state your intentions and what you plan to do today, and then you come back tomorrow and say if you completed those intentions, and if you didn't, why didn't you do it? And so it really holds you accountable. Because especially now, things are so different. If you're not in the office or if you're not in the team, real estate can get a little lonely sometimes. So staying connected is so important as an agent. And the people that you're around in life, just in general, but really in business, it keep you motivated. It keep you on the top of your toes, and staying relevant, and for me, and just learning more about digital marketing. So I do a lot of social media stuff, but I'm just getting better and better at it. So, but that's those are the things where you push yourself out of your comfort zone. So yeah, I'm just pushing through it.
awesome. I appreciate you, and you're going to be going shopping, so I'll let you go so you can continue with your Sunday. I wish you a wonderful week. I may do a pop-up somewhere in the week, because being at eXpCon, there's going to be so much learning. I'm going to have to share what I'm learning. So I might do a pop-up during the week and share what I'm learning so my brain doesn't explode. But
Absolutely. Well, nice talking with you, Sam. I'm going to give you a follow, and I look forward to seeing you around soon.
absolutely, I appreciate you, Valley. Have a wonderful
You're
day
welcome.
with your family.
You too.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Peggy, come on up and say hi. So nice seeing you.
I'm driving, so I'm saying that as a disclaimer, so I can't go back and forth with
No
the
problem. No
mic.
problem.
So I can talk for a little bit and just the mic on, if that's all right.
Absolutely. Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I just went to visit visit my stepmother in the nursing home. I brought some old photo albums and saw how bad my hair was in the 80s, and I could have used better fashion advice and all things terrible in my teens.
I think we all have those pictures. I think we all have those pictures. I had really really curly hair. I still have really curly hair, but it was longer, and it almost looked like I didn't have a mullet, not quite a mullet, but it was a lot different back then.
Well, this was like Madonna, where we teased our bangs so they were like this whopping wave, like high, go curve, and then low. Oh my God, I just can't believe I did that. Well, it's documented. I can't undo it.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it, right?
So you're at the eXp Con? Is that what I kind of heard?
I will be at eXp Con tomorrow. I'll be flying out tomorrow. So I wanted to do this newly licensed. Now what? Let's get prepared for the week, because a lot of people don't realize that your day or your week starts on Sunday. You really have to get prepared. So that way on Monday, you're not going, what do I do with my business now? And like, you've been in the business a long time. You understand preparation. So share with our small group here. What do you do to prepare for the week?
So it's not a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. That is for sure. While we might have some flexibility, we're really 7 days a week. We can try and block time out. But if a client really needs us and a deal really has to happen, we have to adjust and be flexible. And we have to adapt to the technology things, right? Like we used to have Rolodexes, and then we went to Palm Pilots, and then we went to iPhones, but then we have our CRMs that have evolved over the years, and I'm still changing CRMs. I'm not truly happy with any of them, and I am with Follow-Up Boss now, but a lot of planning can come within your CRM. And another tool that I really picked up this year, it's become one of my favorite organizers, is Keep in Google My Workspace. And they work like Post-it notes. You can color code them, you can make them lists, or you could just make notes. They have a title. You can add a collaborator. You can add a photo. So if it's a listing, I can put the house on the listing so I can see that Keep notes real quick when I'm in person or I'm on the phone. I can make notes really quick. So, it's like with different tools, just even hearing on Clubhouse, I've been in enough spaces with Taylor Hack, and he really opened my eyes to BombBomb, and I just signed up for that. And, I've been licensed since 92, but I'm not afraid to try a new tip, a new trick. And I love the shares that happen here on Clubhouse. So in getting ready, I might be always in a constant state of getting ready, but the review of your clients, keep looking at your clients right now and the ones that you are working on. Don't forget anything. Don't let anything go. Put things in your calendars. Make notes forever, in person or digital. Never stop making notes, because no two transactions are exactly alike, so you cannot possibly memorize every detail that you have to do. So write everything down and check it often. That's what I would say.
Absolutely, you're very right. And what was the name of that note thing? So for those that are taking notes, Keep.
So it used to be G Suite. Now it's Google Workspace, and it's one of those apps. You've got your Drive, you've got Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, you've got Google Forms. I use Google Forms, but Google Keep is one that I rarely hear about. And it is so user-friendly, and it can be as long as you have a Google Workspace set of apps, you can then add that app to an iPhone, probably even an Android, and it syncs with my iPad, with my telephone, my iPhone, and I do have a MacBook. So that is something that syncs and is seamless and just transitions to what I need it to do.
Wow, there's a $1 million idea right there. I just added it to my Chrome.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, you can color code it. So, all my clients in green, and I have a red list. That red list is have to do it, urgent stuff, top of mind. That's the only red keep note that I have, and you can pin them to the top. So if it's going to be an important week and you need that list to be on the top of your list, great. If it's, a lot of people talk about different books that they read. So I have a running list of books in a keep note, but that doesn't have to be pinned to the top, right? So, but that's a list that I can check from any of my devices where if I want to pick up a new book, like right now I'm reading Primal Brain. Well, I have another one for reading next when I'm done with this one that somebody mentioned. So that's just even, a place to keep that kind of stuff. People mention a lot of different websites too. So I have a keep note on just all these different websites they talk about.
Wow, that's so cool. Yeah, I added it to my Chrome, and it's kind of funny. I'm doing this. I have a house that I own in Riverside County, and I'm kind of doing several things right now. I got my StreamYard going. I got my CMA thing, so I could show some of my agents about how to do a CMA, and running Clubhouse at the same time. So it's kind of cool. And I'm videoing all of it, so it's really kind of a cool thing to have in the background. So I could show people, this is how you do a CMA. This is what you do in this form. This is what you do in this form. So that way, it's recorded. So I could just say, okay, well, go to this video of me doing the CMA, so you can understand what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So I noticed that being able to document what you do as well as video it is very important in this business. So that way you can take your time and be able to be there for people and already have a systemized approach to what you have, the systems you have going, like CMAs, doing your CMAs and trying to find the comps for houses that you put in offers for and things like that. So,
Sure.
and be able to do it in several different modes, so that way you can share it out there for people to learn, because it's confusing when you first start. How do I do a CMA? Well, first of all, you have to watch me do a CMA, because it's more than just explain it. You can't just really explain how to do a CMA. You got to kind of see it.
Sure.
So
Sure, but even when we help our clients, sometimes we're doing things so electronically. In the past we had to go to our clients' homes to get paper filled in. We didn't have all this back and forth email, but now that we do, sometimes things get lost in translation because the average attention span to read through an email of directions, it's not there. So you end up with a phone call anyway, but that's why I'm going to try integrating BombBomb, where not only am I going to send documents, but I can send a 30-second video on why it needs to be filled out, to pay attention to line, number, paragraph X, and the reasons why. They can watch that video over and over again without having to stop and reread something that they just don't have the bandwidth for, with all the other things that they're doing, buying an asset, selling an asset, with an emotional component. A video can just save a little extra time. So, yes, adapting to all things real estate going forward and not getting stuck backwards in time.
exactly, yeah, and then training is important, but if you even have the training on digital, because people will actually watch it, and I take a portion of my video and say, okay, well, this is the part where I'm doing the CMA, and then cut that piece out and put it into Kapwing, which is another cool tool. I don't know if you ever use that, Peggy.
No, what's it called? Repeat that.
Kapwing. It's KAPWING.
And what does that do?
You could take video, like a 5-minute segment video, and put it in there, and you could do scrolling things down at the bottom. You could do you know, when you're watching a video, you don't know how long that video is going to be. There's a timeline thing that is color coded, and it could scroll across the bottom of the screen so people understand that it's not a very long video.
Yeah, that's important because I check to see how long something is to know how much I want to invest in that.
Exactly. So Kapwing does that. It's actually really cool. It's free, but you can actually buy an updated version of it and get some other bells and whistles. But to start off, it's really cool. It's a great tool.
Yeah, interesting. I will look that up.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's easy to use too. It's very user friendly. So everyone in the room, you just learned a new one. It's called Kapwing. Let me go back to that screen again. KAPWING.com.
Yep.
Kapwing.
Yep.
So look that up. It could help you with your videos, whatever kind of business you're in, whether you're real estate or a lender or anything. If you like to do videos, that's a great way to edit them. And you could actually pull it to your phone too. There's an app for your phone as well.
That's what we need. You know, we need these new tools to be integrated through our devices so that we can function so easily on the go.
Yep, absolutely. Because most of us, what we're doing is on our phones. You know, we're always moving. We're always busy.
Yep, I learned from David Hill rather when he in his Listings Inc. club. He has a program called Good Note.
Yeah.
And you can use it with an iPad and one of those iPens.
Mm-hmm.
And you can have people sign documents right then and there. Because that was always like a hard challenge with a device, not a desktop, not through DocuSign. If you don't have the papers with you, but you have the ability to have them signed, there's that. I think that program's called Good Note, and I'm just learning that one now too.
Absolutely. So Good Note. Okay, people, write down Good Note. So cool. It's kind of interesting. You know, there's no such thing as multitasking, but I'm doing it.
I kind of am right now too, because I'm picking up some tips right now just while driving home.
There you go. That's what it's all about. Let me see.
So you do this regularly, right? I think I've been seeing you do something on weekends last couple weeks. Is that correct?
I know what I've been doing is actually I've been doing pretty much 5 days a week. I've been doing the class from like 12 to 1:30 because usually at 1:30 I have to go get my daughter from school, and I've been going and teaching her to drive this week. So it works out perfect during the week. Weekends usually it's family time. I went out to breakfast with my wife this morning, so and then we're doing laundry and we're getting stuff done in the house. But I had to do the CMA anyways for our personal house, so I figured I would get a couple things done at once, show a CMA on my video, and help people that may be confused about how to do a CMA.
So what platform do you do your CMA in?
I'm just using the SRER. I'm just using SRER.
So what is SRER?
Oh, okay. That's our Southland Regional Association of Realtors. That's our local board, MLS.
Okay, all right. So yeah, ours is Bright here in Western Philadelphia suburbs. But yeah, you can do a CMA in so many different places, and that's what. So with my company, I help teach technology to my office, and in doing so, I've become more open to other layouts and formats that some people find more user friendly and more able to talk about their CMAs. So, like for example, I know that some people like the CMAs you can do in NAR RPR.
RPR is great. It's a great tool.
But some people find it's like way too much information.
Yeah, it can be.
It can be a little, yeah, to edit down to a level that they can speak to when you've only got so much time in front of a seller. But yeah, there's so many different templates. One of the ones that I've been using lately is within Moxie, MOXI. That's something that my company has as a subscription service for us. So I've done it before in Toolkit CMA and our Bright, and then there was another one that we used to use, but I don't think we have it anymore. Can't think of what it's called. But yeah, there's a lot of different places you can do that.
Yeah, there's so many cool tools. RPR is really cool. I'm kind of showing the MLS one right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna get 550 for my house because I'm looking at another house in that neighborhood. That looks like it's about 3,000 square feet is the house. And I'm seeing maybe fives, maybe a little over five, maybe 525, 530. I have to narrow it down a little bit, but it's kind of giving me an idea what price range to look at for this house. And we've owned it for like 15 years. So we're actually what we're thinking about doing is selling it and taking the money and doing an ADU in our backyard because my parents aren't getting any younger. In that way, when I have a daughter that has autism, when she gets to that point, and my other daughter that's going to be going off to college, when she gets to the point of either wanting to come home or, having options. So that's why I'm kind of looking at maybe selling this piece of property.
Sure. I've been trying to talk my husband into selling our house. We raised 5 kids, so we have too much space for just 2 people. Right now, it's great when people come home, but they didn't come home during the pandemic. And if they're going to come home for Christmas, they'll come home for 5 days. And I don't want to keep a house going that's way too much square footage that we don't need. But he just is loving his creature comforts and muscle memory to be able to walk in the dark and know how to get to the fridge. Not willing to let it go just yet. But yeah, I did comps for it last May, June, and I did it the year before. And I'm so amazed at what it's going to be, May, June next year.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let me see. I'm going to see if I think I might show how to do an RPR. Because that one's a great tool to have on the road. Because RPR...
It's much more user-friendly. HomeSnap. Do you have HomeSnap with your MLS?
Yeah, I do. I use HomeSnap. HomeSnap's fun to go in front of a house and take a picture of it and then push it out all to all your email contacts. That one's really fun.
That has a quick CMA too.
It does. Let me see. I gotta remember the name of the home, the name of the street. I haven't been there for a long time. That's the tough thing when you're not there and you're renting it out.
That's true. But when you are at the house, when you're literally at the house, and it recognizes where you are and it's a listed property, it can do a quick I think they call it a rapid CMA or something like that, right there on the spot. Now, I wouldn't trust it to, have all the appropriate details that we would dive into when we're doing our own CMA, but
exactly.
If you have to do something quick, it does pull data for you together pretty quick. But NARPR, since they changed it and made it a little bit more visibly friendly, the way it's laid out, it's a tool that everyone should go back and take a look at.
Absolutely, and you can go see. I'm looking at it right now, and it says approximately price of the house is say $529,800, and it's got the range price. And you scroll down and you see the range price, and it at least gives you something to look at.
Yeah.
And then it's got different things. It's got a transaction in there. It's got a valuation, or there's something called Valuate where you analyze property, and so it's pretty cool. It's a cool tool. So I have that on one of my screens. I'm kind of showing it, and let's see, create a CMA. I'll click on create a CMA, and it's showing it's off market, and you go and confirm the facts. click on that. You're not changing anything there. And let me see. And let me see. Confirm facts and close. Let's see what comes up. Hey, Real Estate Raleigh. How are you, my friend? Let's see. And this is kind of cool to, finding comps. I'm going to go find some comps.
Don't forget to check public records, because sometimes some deals happen off market and they get recorded and you don't see them, in some of the data pulls from the MLS. Sometimes you really just have to check in public records to make sure you got everything.
And for new agents, you can go to your title companies, somebody that you trust that does a good job for you. You can go and get that information from title, because title will have that information for you since it's public records. Sometimes the MLS won't have it unless, like a for sale by owner. For sale by owner will not show up in an MLS because they didn't put it on the MLS. So something like that. And that's why we have to really educate on for sale by owners as well, that they're messing up the comps in their neighborhood by selling it themselves. So, because it doesn't show up.
Check pendings too, because I just had a situation where this property had been pending for a while, and I called the buyer agent, not the listing agent, but the buyer agent, because I said, I wanted to find out, is there something wrong with it? It hasn't settled yet. Is there something that you can tell me when to look forward to? And he's like, oh, no, we settled like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, why is it still pending? He said, the listing agent hasn't changed it yet. That's a violation.
Yep.
But I also then was told what the sale price was, which you won't get in a pending. So you need to know that I had to get that information to an appraiser.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, don't hesitate to do a little extra research on your comps.
Yeah, exactly. And right now it's kind of interesting because I'm looking, and where it normally says comps being used, it doesn't say any comps being used in there. So I have to go back a step because I'm not sure if there's anything. There's got to be something in a neighborhood that is sold. Let me see. So I got to go back a step and figure out why it's not showing up. So actually, at that point, if I'm not seeing anything that is showing up, I can go back to the MLS, since I have that window open too, and see what I can see through the MLS, since RPR isn't showing much. So we use several sources. Real Estate Raleigh. First of all, Peggy, introduce yourself, where you're at, so we could refer people to you.
Oh, sorry, I have a red bar. I just pulled in my driveway. So I'm Peggy Julisher, and I'm in the western Philadelphia suburbs, referred to as the main line. But thank you, Sam. It was fun talking. I just have to unload my car, so I'm going to either go silent or leave the room, depending on if I have to walk away from my phone, but I got to empty my car. But it was fun talking with you. Thank you.
Absolutely, Peggy. Always a pleasure to have you in the room. Hey, Real Estate Raleigh. How you doing, brother?
Hey, Sam. I'm good, man. Just about to fax some paperwork for a contract over to my buyers. But I'm good. How are you doing?
Living a dream. Just trying to help agents that maybe don't understand that your week starts on Sunday. You have to be prepared. We even have an eXp class on Sunday night called Real Estate 101 that gets everyone ready for the week. Kind of the mindset, gets the mindset all ready and pumped and ready to go, and get started with your calendar and get started with everything that you need for the week on Sunday. Because we work a lot in this business, and preparation is very important, because when you're not prepared, you're going to have poor performance. So proper preparations prevents easy for me to say, poor performance. Say that 5 times quick, right? What do you have to say about getting prepared for the week? You must be in a bad area. So I'm going to invite some more people up so we can keep this conversation going. So, Vicky, Jesse, if you guys want to come up, fantastic. If you don't, I understand. Sometimes people are a little shy, but I won't bite. I promise. Oh, so I guess we lost Mr. Raleigh. Hey, Jen, Vicky, Jesse, how's all doing? How's everyone doing? So, somebody raised their hand, so I'll have to invite them up. Vicky, Vicky, Vicky. I'm trying to invite you, Vicky. Hold on a second. Sometimes these things are a little bit weird. I don't know what to do. It's not letting me get you up. Let me do this. How am I going to do this? Oh, poor connection. Let me try again. Let's try that again. See if that worked. Hey, Vicky. Welcome up.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. How are you?
Hi, hello. Nice to meet you. Is this Sam?
Yes, absolutely. It's me.
Oh, well, thanks for having me up.
You're welcome.
I probably followed you. I'm kind of new to Clubhouse. I probably followed you from another time meeting or seen you in a room. And so I just saw your title, and I actually am kind of new. I just started my real estate class. So I didn't know if it was about real estate or insurance, but I just wanted to hop in and find out what you were talking about. And so I'm just obviously going to be learning a lot over the next couple of months and starting my career at some point, not necessarily wanting to be a real estate, but more so just wanting to learn as much as I can. I've always been fascinated by real estate in general, and always had friends that were realtors and always talked about owning property and always having property, and just how it's such an awesome benefit. And so anything that I can learn right now, as I'm kind of approaching retirement years in the next 15 years or so, I thought now's just probably a good a time as any. So I'm here to learn, and not a lot to contribute in that area at this time. But thanks for having.
Absolutely. Yeah, I created this room. It's newly licensed. Now what? And the reason I created it is because most people, when they get licensed, they're like, okay, now what do I do? And there's so many incredible agents out there that are willing to share their secrets, but they're not really secrets. They're just things that they've done to become successful. And if you follow people that have gone before you, you can achieve the same successes that they have. So it's important to have a mentor. It's important to know systems. It's important to, like on Sunday, is important to get started for the week. And that's why I started this. And so I've been doing this, I think, a couple weeks now, 5 days a week. And this week I'm not able to do it, or I'll probably do some really short ones for, I'm going to be at eXp for the week. So I'll probably need to get on here and start sharing just the things that are going to just explode in my head if I don't let them go. Because I'm going to be in teaching mode, or learning mode, and student mode. So I will be coming in and just sharing what I'm learning, because I just got to get it out of my head. So Real Estate Raleigh, you're back. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know what happened. I was speaking and I couldn't hear you, and then I got kicked out for some reason. But yeah, that's good. I heard you're going to eXp Con. I wanted to attend, but my daughter's birthday is this week, so I couldn't go this year.
Well, we'll see you next year. But what do you do? Your seasons. You have some experience. What do you do on your Sundays to get prepared for the week?
Yeah. So basically, just I make it like a weekly schedule. Um, I do a bunch of cold calling. So I'll say Monday through Wednesday, I do like geo farms. Thursday, Friday, I call expireds. But now I might be switching it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna implement calling expireds and FISBOs Monday through Friday, and just like try to time block for each, for all my prospecting. So that's what I'll be doing today. I'm actually at Staples right now, faxing contracts over to a client. So yeah, but I'm definitely gonna, get my schedule going as soon as I get back in. What about you?
For those in the back that don't understand what geofarming is, you want to explain what geofarm is, please?
Yeah, so geofarming is basically choosing a neighborhood you're familiar with, and then just calling, introducing yourself, seeing if you can help them in any way. I usually just look at what's recently sold in the area, and I start with my neighborhood and the markets that I am in and I understand and I'm familiar with, and I just call and reach out to all the homeowners and see if I can be assistance when they need me.
See, that's important for people to know that maybe haven't done this stuff. Vicky is just in the process of taking her classes. So there's different ways that you can farm. There is a niche farm, meaning you're farming types of people. Like me, I am paramilitary, and my kind of farm is heroes in my community. So that's a specific occupation farm. Then there is a geo farm, which is your communities or neighborhoods that you live in or that you want to focus on. And then there is, what do I think about? Your sphere of influence farming, which are people that you know, like people that know, like, and trust you. What it comes down to. So you have certain people, say you look on your phone and you scroll down to the bottom of your phone and you see how many contacts you have in there. And then when you do that, you're going to notice that you have, I did that and I had like 7,000 contacts, but they weren't real contacts. So I downloaded an app to clean it up, and it got rid of duplicates. It got rid of repetitive. It got rid of ones without emails, one without phone numbers, and it brought down to now I have about 2,000 on my phone. So at least gets rid of people that are in there, and if you called them, they'd be like, "Who? Who are you?" And it makes it more manageable, so that way you can actually get through it and not have not have an excuse to procrastinate. So that's kind of a couple farms. There may be some others out there that I didn't mention, but that's a good 3 to understand, Vicky, and anybody else in the room. So, yeah, it's awesome to have you in the room. I appreciate you coming in as many times as you have. Feel free to ping people in. It's 1:48, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this going for a little longer because I'm doing the CMA in the background and kind of have an idea of what I'm looking at, because this property is about 3,000 square feet So for a CMA, if you look at comparable market analysis, you're looking about 25% below the size of the house and 25% above the size of the house. That's one thing you look at. You also look at the year of the house. You want to make sure that you're not, say it's a 2006 house. You don't want to be looking at houses that maybe are 1979. So you want to make sure that they're like in the year they were built. Also, you want to look in the neighborhoods. You want to take a look, and this is how an appraiser looks. He looks at, first he'll look at the area, the specific neighborhood it's in. And then if he doesn't have any sales in there, then he'll kind of circle around and outwards. You also want to look at within about a mile of the property that you want to find the comps in. Let's see what else. What am I missing? So we got square footage. We got year built. You want similar size of the property when it comes to how many acres or how much is the lot size. So you want to make sure that you're not trying to pull comps up and you see things that are condos, because it's not like kind property. They're not going to give you a value on a condo, or you're going to lose value because you're looking at a condo. So you want to make sure you have those things. Generally, you want to stay in the city. You want to be in the same zip code. Sometimes you can go out of zip code, like if it's a neighboring community. I've seen some areas that they have neighboring communities that have different zip codes, but they're really, really close by. So that's kind of, for those that are watching my stream, that's kind of what I'm looking at on this screen, because I'm kind of scrolling down so you can kind of see what's there and about what the prices are going in this neighborhood. Because I went into my RPR and I didn't see much for that, but when I went in the MLS, I was able to see a little bit more in detail. So I hope that helps people that are trying to figure out how to do a market analysis. And you get these flyers from agents saying, we'll give you a free market analysis. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're looking at the comps. And of course, you have to look at pictures of these houses too, because condition is going to be something that an appraiser looks at. And I'm going to do a full picture so those on my StreamYard can see this. The picture of the house. You want to know what the condition of these houses are. And you can kind of scroll through, and I'm just kind of doing a quick scroll through so they could see list of solds here.
Yeah, I like RPR. I use it as well for my CMAs. But the only problem I find is when I'm doing my presentation in person, that RPR doesn't really give a bunch of pictures, for your comps. So Sam, do you I will go to the MLS and I'll print separate pages and I'll just add those into my CMA. So what are you doing for pictures, so they can actually see the condition of the property?
Well, you still have to go into the MLS and double check things, because there might be little things in the MLS that are going to look different. Bless you. And then you'll see all the pictures in the MLS. You'll be able to send on the MLS. You could actually send out emails, which a lot of times I'll do this for my clients. Like if I go do a listing and I want my clients to be able to see what the price changes are, I'll do an email to them in that neighborhood as we have the listing. So if there's anything that changes in price, I'm being open and above board, and they could see if the market is changing. They could see it's naturally changing around them, so they could understand that if I come to them and say, okay, well, we've been on the market for a little bit longer than we should have to get your house sold, have you been getting my emails? Oh, yeah. Well, as you could see, these houses are priced higher than they should have, and having to better the price for the buyers because the market is adjusting. So that way, I'm not giving the bad news. They're seeing the bad news ahead of time, so at least they're informed. So that's kind of something I do, so they can see what the values are doing in their neighborhoods. So that's kind of a little trick, just to keep them informed. And then it's not you giving bad news; it's the MLS and the market is giving them the news.
Right. Okay, yeah, I like that strategy. That's good.
And then if you have to go for a price reduction, then they're already seeing how long a house is on the market for, and that they don't want to go stale. So you're not giving the bad news.
Yeah, and I try to like in my listing presentation, um, and I add the like expired to my CMA so they can see the different price points. You know, which sells at which time, how many days of market. So how was your listing presentation set up? Like, did you already have a listing presentation coming into eXp, or like, do you have your own, or did you like kind of take what they have and just make it personal to yours?
I make it personal. I use a few tools. I'll use RPR, um, depending on the client, because you have to know what their personality type is, and how they want to receive the message. Because we have, if you're in this room, you understand, or maybe you don't understand. There's something called a disc profile, and understanding a disc profile is imperative when it comes to working with somebody, because I'm a high I personality. I like to be at a party. I like to talk. I like to communicate. I'll be at a listing appointment for 3 hours because that's my personality. However, if I have what's called a high D personality, which is very direct, director, um, get to the point, then I have to adjust what I do to that personality, because they just want to know the bottom line. They don't want to talk. They don't want to get to know who a person is. They just very specific. Give me the bottom line. So a lot of it is what kind of person I know I'm dealing with. For me, that's important. What do you think, Riley?
Yeah, I think that's definitely important. Getting to know your seller or your client before your initial meeting, just so you can make it, like you said, just more personal, and it's not just all business. Like I had one client who was like upset. I don't want to say upset, but he loved like different action movies, and like when I initially met him at the listening appointment, I touched on some movies, so we were just talking about movies for like the first 30 minutes, like even before we toured the property, and I know that really resonated with him, and he was, he just knew that it wasn't just all about business with me, and I just wanted to make it as personal as possible, and literally like 2 or 3 weeks ago, he texted me like, you got to check out this movie. So it's like, definitely want that connection there. So not to make it, just all business.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the one thing you want to do is when you first go on a listing appointment, you want to get to know why are they moving. You want to know, why are you moving? Where are you going? You want to. It's not all about the listing. It's all about if you can help them get what they want, if you can help them get where they need to go. Because if they don't know where they're going, I was saying, my mic wasn't on. I was saying that if you go into a listing appointment and you don't understand where they're going and what they're doing and where they're heading to, then you don't even need to be doing the listing appointment. Because if you don't know where they're going, what their goals are, and why they're doing it, then it's hard to help them to achieve their goals of selling their house. Because if they have no place to go, they're, it's like, you have no place to go. Why are you selling? And we're not their fiduciary or advisor unless we know those things ahead of time.
Absolutely. It's very important to build rapport and, like you said, know their specific goals and why they're selling. Some people just want to take advantage of the market, and some people literally have to sell to get to, their next home. But that's extremely important to know what's your client's intentions on, their overall goal when they're selling the property.
Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it's 2:00. I pinged some more people in. I'm working in the background on this thing. I might, if somebody doesn't have any question, unless we get more people in here, I might end this clubhouse room so people can get going and ready for the week. I did want to get in here and do this to help whoever may be out there in not understanding that, our week starts on Sunday when before the week. So getting ready and doing what we need to do to get our day started properly is very important. So I did ping some more people in and see who shows up, but I just got the red bar. It showed up and then disappeared. So
Okay, and Sam, you might have touched on this, but what are some of the things that you do on Sunday to get prepared for your week?
one thing I do, of course, got to do the family thing, and I like to get into our Real Estate 101 class in our eXp world. I like to get into that because it gets me my proper mind frame going, and that's half the battle in this business is keeping a proper mental mind frame going, because it all starts with mental. It all starts in the mind, because if you think about it, you can bring about it, and you bring about it, you can do it. So yeah, that's one of the things that I make an attempt to do on my Sunday nights. It's called Real Estate 101. If you ever want to come in, let me know. I don't know. Are you in eXp or too? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you should come. You should come into Real Estate 101. It's really good.
Okay, yeah, I did. Like when I first started with eXp, I caught a few classes, Real Estate 101. It's held on Sundays, right?
Yeah, Sunday at 6:00. I guess it'd be 6:00 Pacific Standard Time, because that's when it's on for me. So I guess it's East Coast. It would be like what, 9:00?
Yeah, nine. Yeah, so tonight, are you going to gym today?
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about doing it. I'm actually thinking about doing a stream while it's on, so people could see kind of the cool tools that we have at eXp.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'll definitely join in today. I haven't been on there for a while, so.
Yeah, it's definitely worth coming and just getting that little pump before the week. So let me do this. Okay. And I think what I'm do. I'm going to. I think I'm going to close this room, and I'll do a pop up sometime during the week on what I'm learning at eXpCon. But I want to kind of look and show the people that are on my stream on different houses I'm looking at, so I can explain a little bit more about what I'm looking for here. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you all coming in the room. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Real Estate Raleigh. And I will do this again. Like I said, I'll do a pop-up during the week. So I appreciate all of you. Have a fantastic Sunday night. So it's like dinner time back east. So have a fantastic Sunday night with your family. And hopefully I'll see you guys on in eXp Real Estate 101 tonight. So God bless. And I'm going to close the room in 5 seconds.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
See you, everyone.
Raleigh.
Yeah, good luck, Vicky, on your class.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you guys around here.
Hey, hey, Vicky, Raleigh, look up Silver Solutions Leads.com. Silver Solutions Leads.com. It's a lead generation program that we just started. Just make sure you lower your volume and make sure that lower the volume, because we have a few explanation videos that actually boost up at the same time. I don't want to scare you guys out of the room. But God bless you, and we will talk to you soon.
All right. See you, everyone. I'm going to definitely check that out as soon as I get in, like 3 minutes away from home. So I'll check it out.
Awesome. I appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon. I'm going to close the room in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So now I can focus on what I got here on my screen. Instagram, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing. But basically what I'm doing is I'm going through MLS, and I'm, like I said before, let me go to my criteria so I can understand what I'm doing. If you've never done a CMA, which is a market analysis, you want to, there's certain criteria you want to do. I just wanted to find out what is closed in the neighborhood. So I looked up single family residence. I looked up the county, the zip code, city name, and then I put living area. This house is 3,000, almost 3,000 square feet. So I did living area 2,500 to 3,600. And then I looked up, I didn't even put the year built because I wanted to see a little bit more of a variety. And then what I did was, that's pretty much it. That's all I really needed to do. So what you can do is, I'm going to put the address. There it goes. Put the address in, it's called a map search. So you can put the address and it says within 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile, 10 mile. It's up to you what you want to do. Usually I start with 1 mile because that's usually what an appraiser is going to look at. So after I did that, what I see is 19 matches. And this is just, I'm just looking up closed. I can go back and change it as I'm doing this. So I got 19 matches a mile from this house. So I search. 19 matches. And this is just a preliminary. I can go, let me go back here. That's agent full. Let's see, let me do agent one line. So I can just see a list of the houses. And then I can go back and go further in the process. Let me see. So I'm looking, I can adjust the square footage by clicking, there's a little arrow that goes up, little arrow goes down. When the little arrow goes down in the criteria search, it's showing from lower square footage to higher square footage. So I'm looking to see, these are all really close to the square footage. I got 2975. I got 3074. These are all really close. So we got a 550, a 530, a 540. These are called comps. This is what appraisers look at. They want to look and see what the last one has sold for. Now, when you get multiple counteroffers on a property, I don't want to say these go out the window, but there's less need to look at this when you get multiple counters, because in this market where it's a seller's market, a lot of the agents are requesting appraisals to be dropped, and usually that's a cash buyer when that happens, because there's other loan programs that don't allow it. So I'm looking at like 550 approximately, and it's kind of funny because my wife actually, it's kind of the price range that she was thinking about before I even did this. So it's kind of funny. You never know. Let me go back here. Now I'm going to look at an agent full view, and I want to go to, let me go to the ones that I just saw that were like 550. There's a 550 Mesa Verde. That's really close. That's almost a model match. Nope, that's a senior community. So that's kind of interesting. It's not far from the property though. So let me go to the next one. Whisper Creek. 500. Is this? This has a casita. Let's go to the next one. Oh, I'm going down. I don't know why it's going down. So let me go to the left, because that's where we're going to see the 550. 550, 2008, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. See, ours may get a little bit more because I'm looking at these other ones here. And it's a close. That's a close. Let me go back to the criteria. That's right. Criteria results. Let's go to let's do an agent medium so we could see more. Okay. So how many per page? Oh, 1 per page. So we're probably looking like 550 for this house. And let's see. It's my concierge. So I hope this helps somebody with how to do comps in an area, in a community. Let's see. So you have to look at the price. See, that's 29. Oh. It's built in 2007. Now if I go back to, let me go back to my RPR. And go back here. So this house was built in 2006. 2947 square feet. Lot size is about 7,000 square foot lot. So we have to go back here and kind of look at the lot sizes on these two. This one is almost a 7,000 square foot lot. That was on the market for like 31 days. It's got a pool. Let's see. I want to see. There's a couple that are right around the corner from the listing, or the not even listing. 540. That's around the corner. Almost the same square. Well, yeah, almost the same square footage on Berkshire. Let's go back here. This is almost the same square footage. Almost the same square footage lot. Not far from the house. Nope. Let's see. We got Paisley. This one, that's a little higher square footage of a house. Built in 2006, so it's the same year. Maybe close to it. Is it sold for $570? Wow, that's pretty cool. So let's go to the next one. Boston. 519. That one closed really. That one kind of closed low. 2007. Doesn't look like it was very well taken care of. It's got not very good pictures. Looks okay inside. I wonder if this was a foreclosure or what it was. Let me see. Let me look at down at the bottom. Oh, no, there's owner never lived. Former tenant had been used for illegal grow and property was rehabbed and done and passed city inspection. So that's why this sold for so low, because it was used as a grow house. Oh, well, that does affect value. So, so probably about 550. It's probably really close to where that house has to be to sell. Let's see, there's commissions. I'm not interested in that. I'm just interested in just the facts, ma'am. Cool. Well, it gives me a good idea of what to list that property for. So, if you know somebody that wants a house in Beaumont, it's not even on the market yet. It will be in the market in December. And from my video, you kind of understand where the pricing is going to be. So, I'm going to end this. Hold on, honey. I'm going to end this Instagram live. And thank you so much for coming. And I'm going to finish this on my my StreamYard. So take care. Get ready for the week. And I will see you on my next pop-up. Talk to you soon. Sam Silver, eXp Realty, 661-621-5340. SamSilverHomes.com. If you're a hero or you have a hero that you need help with, go to samsheroes.com. And if you just want to go to my my 10K card, go to sam661.com, and all of my links are on there. We will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now. All right, LinkedIn's done. All right. Okay, for the streamers, that's what here, let me go back to the stream. So we're looking at like 550 for this house. I hope you learned something about how I did a quick CMA on this property. We kind of looked at the area, the neighborhood, and I hope it helps you. And it's on stream, so it's going to be live streaming on the internet in perpetuity. We'll talk to you soon, and have a fantastic evening. And new agents, make sure you prepare for the week. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye for now.